Hello, welcome to my TED Talk. Well, not really a TED Talk, but it's my Spatial Academy talk. This one is all about ethics and AI, and if we're inside XR, how attractive should we make our AI agents? And should they have a human form at all? So back in, I think it was 2016 or 2018, around there, when I was working at Magic Leap, there was this project called Micah. I did not work on this project, but as you can see over here on the left, Micah was a very realistic virtual avatar, virtual presence hooked up to an AI. It reminded me a little bit later when Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner came out, the joy in that. And should this be the main way that you interact with the Magic Leap interface, by communicating with this embodied form, this beautiful woman? In Blade Runner, it was just like a companion for the replicant there. Sorry, spoiler alert. So maybe that was a service for him to have this AI girlfriend. But I think it might not be the best use of technology if every day when you're just asking, let's say Siri, a random question about life, should Siri in mixed reality or in AR have a body when you're talking to her, or it? What's the purpose of having a body at all? So I think that's kind of the first question you should ask yourself when you're making an AI. If my AI has a body, what's the purpose of the body? In this case, it's companionship. Maybe that's what you're making, maybe not. If it's just factual answers, you might not need a body. Here's another similar example, but this time from Microsoft. So that's Cortana. If you didn't know, Cortana from Halo. She's Master Chief's little assistant, lives kind of in his brain / on his wrist, and I don't know if they have the most healthy relationship. She calls him Master Chief. I don't know, but at least when Microsoft used the Cortana persona in Windows, they took away her body and just gave her a abstracted form, this circle, with enough information to let you know that it's listening, and when it's talking, it didn't need a body. But I don't know, probably all the nerds are in the background like, ooh, I got Cortana, the little, genie in the Microsoft, or genie in the start button, maybe we can call it. It kept the same voice basically. So I don't know if this is the best use of AI, but a big step in the right direction compared to what Magic Leap was planning. Okay, let's talk about Google and Apple. So Google, they've never had a personified version of their AI. So another option for your AI is to not have a body or a visual at all. So now let's imagine a world where we have multiple people who are all wearing devices that have access to an AI for each of them. That's what this little thing's supposed to represent. When this person here is talking with this person, how does this guy know that she's talking to him and not the AI that maybe is in her ear? Does she always have to use the AI's name? How can they have a shared kind of reality and communication if these AIs are always listening and maybe talking without each other knowing about this, or about it? So I think there could be an opportunity to make a multi-user social AR companion / agent that works for everybody. So let's say each of these guys can see this agent here. And now they know that this agent is a part of their conversation. It can interject if this person is looking at the agent. Everybody else knows that she's looking and talking to the agent, but the agent doesn't really have much body language here. It's just floating around. So how do these people know who it's talking to? That'll be the next slide. So I was sort of hating on Microsoft earlier, but I do think that they got really close to the right answer here in one of their HoloLens videos. So you can see up here this little character that they made, and I tried to replicate it over here for you to see in 3D. And you'll notice it has a location in space. It has eyes, so you can tell where it's looking at and who it's talking to. And in the video, if you watch it, when it talks, it kind of glows on the inside, looks really cool. And what it doesn't have is a body. It doesn't look like a person. It's not sexy. It's just, kind of the minimum you need to have social presence. So I think here's just a couple of AI examples that I made with a slightly different style. This time, these things have hands because these are little constructor AIs that can construct things for you, apparently. So it needs to show, where it's touching, where it's looking, and that it's talking. And I think I like the directionality of this one a little better than the circle here. This guy, you can tell you're looking at him from the back and which direction he's still facing, even from the back. So anyway, just some thoughts. Last slide will show some best practices or some rules that I think I'm going to try to follow when designing these agents. So when designing for immersive and spatial computing, where we might be interacting with other people, we want something that has eyes so you know who it's addressing. It doesn't mimic the human form unless there's a need for it. We did have a really great discussion about this in the Spatial Academy, and people had some good points that, like, maybe sometimes somebody wants to teach you how to play tennis, and so it needs a body so you can see the whole human form. Maybe it does need a gender. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe there's a dance where there's a female dance and a male dance, and you need to know whose part is whose. But I do think it should have a presence in a location everyone around you can see. If it's in a shared space, it should be a shared AI, so people can trust each other, that they know who they're talking to, and can have a non-interrupted conversation. And if there's an interruption, then everybody knows about it, so it's a social AI. I think rules are a little different when you're designing on a personal platform. I don't think you need a form. I think it can be totally abstracted. I think it can be genderless, somewhat neutral, and people are a little confused by what I mean by genderless. Think like R2-D2, droids, robots. These things don't really have a gender exactly. You don't. So I would look for inspiration there. And that's the talk. My name is Paul Hoover, product designer, and I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, guys.